If you've always been curious about keto but you didn't know where to start, then this video is going to make it super simple for you to start your own keto journey. In a nutshell, keto is all about avoiding carbohydrates and replacing them with proteins, healthy fats, and vegetables full of fiber. Your goal is to stay under 20 grams of carbs a day. That's 20 net grams of carbs a day. The way to figure out your net carbs is you take your carbohydrates and you subtract the fiber in those carbs and you're left with the net carbs. So why do people do keto? For me, I started keto because I needed to lose weight. I went to my doctor, I was weighed, and my weight was really unhealthy for my frame. I also had a body scan done, and the body scan showed that I had way too high of a body fat percentage for my frame. So I knew that I needed to lose weight, and the keto diet has really helped me with my weight loss. And while I'm eating keto, I don't feel deprived, I don't feel hungry, and my cravings for regular foods are almost non-existent. If you're like me and you're interested in the keto diet primarily because you want to lose weight to feel better and to be healthier, then it still is really important that you eat in a calorie deficit. A calorie deficit is exactly what it sounds like it is. It's eating fewer calories than your body is burning so that you are losing weight as opposed to eating too much and then that weight just kind of piles on. With keto diet, you are eating a higher percentage of fats. It is quite easy to overeat if you're not careful. So when you first start out, it is really important that you figure out how many calories you actually need and then work to stick to those calories every day. You can buy a pre-made meal plan online where you pay someone and they'll figure out your calories for you and they'll tell you what recipes to cook and what meal plan you should follow. In all honesty, I didn't want to pay the money for that. I wanted to figure it out myself and to know exactly how to do it myself, because this is something that I wanted to do for a long period of time, not just a short period of time, but I wanted to make a healthy lifestyle change. So I want to teach you how to figure it out yourself as well if you want to. There are those pre-made meal plans available. Otherwise, here's how I did it. First, you need to go to an online keto calculator. You need to put in your own individual details, so your age, your height, your weight, all of that stuff, so that it can spit out exactly how many calories you should have. And it will more than likely, because it's keto, give you the following macro breakdown: 70% fat, 25% protein, and 5% carbohydrates. Once you have your calories and your macros, I highly recommend putting them into an app on your phone to track every day how many calories and what macros you're consuming. My favorite apps for tracking are MyFitnessPal and also Carb Manager. With MyFitnessPal, it doesn't automatically deduct the fiber from the carbs, so it can sometimes give an inaccurate reading as to how many carbs you're having unless you manually go in and check the nutrition and then deduct it yourself. I prefer Carb Manager for tracking my macros and my calories while following a keto diet, because it automatically deducts the fiber from the carbs, so it only shows how many net carbs I'm having, which is really, really handy. These apps also allow you to customize your macros, and that can be done on the free version. I've never paid for the MyFitnessPal premium version, and I don't pay for the premium version of Carb Manager either. The free version's all you need. So that's a really brief overview of keto, how to begin, how to set up your app to track everything. Now you know your calories and your macros, here's what's next. With keto, preparation is absolutely key, and I recommend that you start on a Sunday. Set aside a Sunday before you want to begin keto and just get everything ready for the week ahead. The first step is to clean out all of your non-keto foods. Get rid of all the high carb temptations in your pantry and fridge. If you are in a shared house with family or flatmates, then get rid of all of the things that are yours that tempt you and make space for all of the healthy keto versions of the foods you're about to have. The second step is to make a meal plan and write a list of the groceries you need before you leave the house. Once I have my list sorted with everything that I need for the week ahead, I then check my pantry and I check my fridge just to see if I already have any of those ingredients. It just helps me from buying duplicates of the same item. If you're not sure how to create your own keto meal plan, I am going to do a video on this in the future, but as a starting point, use Google, use a website called Diet Doctor. It's really helpful with finding recipe ideas that are keto. I like to keep things really simple with my meals during the week. Also, there are a few non-food items that I suggest that you grab while you're heading out if you don't already have them in your house, just to make your keto journey a little bit easier. If you are doing keto for weight loss, then I recommend that you get a set of scales for yourself, some bathroom scales. Also, grabbing a tape measure so that you can keep track of the changes to your body. And finally, a set of food scales if you don't have them. The food scales in my house are used all day, every day, and they are an absolute lifesaver to make sure that I'm hitting my calories and my macros while following a keto diet. And then once your list is all ready, the final third step is to go out, shop, and get everything that you need for the week ahead. Two items that might not be on your grocery list but should be, and I highly recommend you get them when you're starting out to avoid something known as the keto flu. As a side note, the keto flu is basically something that a lot of people experience when they are trying keto for the first time, and it's your body withdrawing from all the carbs and sugar that it's used to having, and it can kind of feel like you have the flu, that your body's a bit run down. Really, it's a response that your body's having to a lack of electrolytes. So it's really important to drink lots of water, have electrolytes, and also have lots and lots of sodium. The ways in which you can achieve that is by buying electrolyte drinks. I like these tablets that I just add to water. You can also get Powerade Zero, or you can make your own electrolyte drink. And I have a recipe for my favorite at-home electrolyte drink on my Instagram page, which you can check out. It's L_herself. With increasing your sodium, just make sure you add salt to all the things you're eating. Don't hold back. And I also highly recommend that you sip on a bouillon cube every day. My favorite bouillon cubes are these chicken ones, and it literally tastes like chicken noodle soup just without the noodles. When you're back from your shop and you have everything that you need, it's time to take starting photos and measurements so you know where you're beginning from. You might feel a little bit overwhelmed when you're taking progress photos, but they're so important. You don't have to show them to anyone, just save them somewhere on your phone, but look back on them as your journey goes on, because you will be absolutely amazed how far you come. And then you can get cooking. On a Sunday, I like to try to prep out as much as possible just to make my week that much easier, especially with working full-time. The week becomes so busy and so frantic. So I do like to make ahead as many meals as possible. Normally that's my lunches. I can prep ahead the salad plates, cut up the meat, cut up cheese, whatever it is that I'm having. And then in the morning I might just add the things that, like lettuce or avocado, that if they're left out too long, they might go a bit brown. You can also prep ahead your bulletproof coffees if you wanted to, and just add hot water and your espresso, or if it's chocolate, that in the morning. Just have a think and be like, what can I prepare ahead to make my week easier for me? I also like to make keto treats on a Sunday, and then this way that they're there for the week ahead. Most weeks I make keto gummy lollies just because they are virtually no calories. There might be 20 calories in the whole batch, and they're surprisingly high in protein because of the gelatin powder. They're really easy to make as well. All you need is a packet of sugar-free jelly. In New Zealand, I like to use the aeroplane sugar-free jelly or Weight Watchers jelly, and then 150 ml of boiling water mixed with 1 to 2 tablespoons of unflavored, unsweetened gelatin powder. But they're such a delicious, guilt-free treat, and once I make a batch of them, I just keep them in a bottle in the fridge and just grab them throughout the week whenever I want something sweet that is a lolly. For your first week starting keto, I really recommend that you hold off on the rigorous exercise. Maybe just do a walk in the morning or at night and just kind of ease your body into this because it is a massive change. If you've always been curious about following a keto diet, then I hope that you found this video helpful as a starting point. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe. I'm Elle and I share my journey losing weight following a keto diet while also trying to get healthier and fitter, balancing a busy schedule and full-time work. I make new videos every single week about my journey, so I can't wait to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.